Now we got it.
What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining us. We are here for another episode of SHOWMEZ Live. We are at episode number 11. I can't believe it has been 11 episodes, but we are so stoked that you are here on this journey with us. We have a great show for you tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Let's get our co-hosts in, Nate Sexton and Jeremy Coling. What's up, guys?
Hey, everybody.
What up?
How y'all been?
Good as always, man. Things are going great.
Good.
Yeah, the life on the home front's good. We've been Jules has been like super active. She's been to like 4 protests already. We have been in this all over the streets of Charlotte, and just been reading and listening to a lot of stuff lately, trying to get as involved and in our own way, try to educate ourselves in these uncertain times. Well, what a year 2020 has been so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
For real.
Yeah, and you just came from a pretty special deal, right? The Disc Golf Pro Tour was hosting.
Yeah, special is an interesting word for it, but it's important potentially. Hopefully, it was the conversation on just minorities and disc golf, and it's actually been something that has been on my mind a lot lately, and I have been, to be honest with you, quite bored of just my colleagues are awesome people. I love them. I love my friends, like some of my best friends in the world are disc golfers. It just so happens to be that like they're all white, and it's not necessarily because I want to have all white friends. It's because that's what I'm exposed to, because disc golf is like dramatically white, a very, very white sport. And that's okay, because the sport is very inclusive. And I think the people of color that are in our sport are treated great. And I don't think that there's any sort of feeling of not treating them well. It's just we haven't done a good enough job exposing our sport to enough people that aren't white yet, in my opinion. And I just would like to see us, I feel like that's the one of the big tickets to change in the sport. We talk about growing the sport. We talk about getting it on TV. We talk about how do we get more women to play. Very rarely has the question ever been brought up, how do we get more people of color and minorities in the sport? And I think it's a really important thing that we need to focus on when the focus isn't on the more important things that are going on currently in our society. But it's a very important question that within the sport we need to ask ourselves and spend some time thinking about it.
Yeah, and we encourage you to go check out that entire conversation. It might even still be going on now. I'm not sure. You just basically came from there straight over to here. So we encourage you to go check out the disc. It's on the Disc Golf Pro Tour channel. It's live right now, but even if it's over, of course, that will be, rebroadcast. You can watch it, just like a normal video. So we definitely encourage you to check that out. Mm-hmm. Thank you, everyone. As we get people rolling in, we're just over 500 people. We appreciate everyone that is here, and we have a great show for all of you tonight. If you don't mind, go ahead and real quick, share the broadcast. #ShowMez. Share it on all your favorite social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Go in the other room. Go get your grandma, your siblings, your friends that don't know anything about disc golf. Let's, like Jerm said, we're just trying to include everybody, and hopefully they can have
them all in here,
have
man.
a good time for the next hour with us. We appreciate it. Let's see. We got fails tonight. We've got a special guest, Cale Leiviska. We have got the Final Four matchup of Munch Madness. It's getting down to it. I can't even believe we've gotten to eat so many snacks. People upset a lot of people, and it's coming down to it. So yeah, we've got a lot of fun things in store for you tonight. And now it is time to invite our special guests. Usually we start with fails, but we're throwing you a little curveball tonight. We're going to get right to it with our special guest, Cale Leiviska. How's it going, Cale?
What's up, boys?
Hey, man.
Hey.
How you been? What are you up to?
Great to be here with you fine gentlemen, man. It's been a a busy couple of weeks up here in Minnesota. We just got done with the Majestic yesterday. So for those of you that don't know, the Majestic is kind of the flagship Minnesota event. So we just got done with that, and summer's officially kicked off up here.
Wow. That's awesome. What's is it pretty hot out there right about now in the Midwest?
This is the hottest day we've had all year, easily. 96, 97 today. So
whoa! Oh my gosh!
It's pretty humid, right? If I remember anything about Ledgestone.
Humidity too, absolutely. It's muggy. I was just actually out throwing with Nico and James and Nico's little brother, and there was no shirts being worn. It was it was hot.
Wow! So you just wrapped up the Majestic, which is, I guess you could say, is probably one of the biggest events to come back, like the biggest disc golf events back since the shutdown. I mean, I'm pretty sure from what I've seen. I'm sure there's been a few others, but I mean, I saw the names that were signed up for that tournament. It seems like that's pretty much the most high-profile event that's been back since sanctioning was reinstated. So, I mean, how does that work with all the work you put in the Majestic, and now you have another event? I mean, a lot has happened since we got shut down, but now you're running another event from one to the next.
Yeah, we a few weeks ago, we didn't even know if the Majestic was going to happen still. The governor kind of loosened up some sanctioning on some big events here, so we were able to kind of pull it together the last few weeks and do some last minute fundraising, and had just an amazing support crew, and we pulled it off. And then now the focus is going to shift a little bit, because in 1 month's time we're lucky enough to get the Preserve, which is my new property, on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. So it's just, it's going to be a long, busy summer, but we're ready.
That's awesome. Well, before we get too much into it, speaking of the Preserve, I just wanted to share a quick video from our friends over at Parsave. Obviously, you're really close with them. They're local to the area, Parsave Productions. They came out and did a video just showcasing that beautiful property. So let's run that real quick, and then we can kind of get into the details of the Preserve and the Preserve Championship.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, so talk us through this real quick.
Yeah, so I mean, this is us kind of putting the course in the ground. I mean, it's funny looking at this video because there's no leaves on the trees yet or anything. You can see just bare spring trees out there. But yeah, this is the Preserve. It's kind of been my dream for many years to own my own place and build some world-class disc golf courses on a property that I own. And this opportunity kind of came up. This particular property was a golf course last year, and it went up for sale last summer. So we went and looked at it, and you can see the beautiful Mississippi River right there. But so this property came up for sale. We went and looked at it, just fell in love with the place, absolutely. And then the deal kind of went dead because there was a big clubhouse that they wanted to include with it that we were really trying to get. And this spring, actually, it's unbelievable the timing how this happened, but literally the last day of the Waco tournament, which was shortened because of the COVID, as we all know, that morning I got a voicemail from this landowner who said, "Hey, we ended up selling the clubhouse separate. This land is still for sale. If you guys want to take a swing at it, we'd love to have you have it." So, with all that uncertainty, all of a sudden we're at Waco, not knowing what the tour is going to look like, what the year is going to look like. I kind of took it as a sign of, maybe this is an opportunity we can't pass up. And literally on the drive home from Waco back to Minnesota, which is about 20-hour drive or whatever, I'm making calls, I'm getting a couple investors, and we were able to pull it together. And about 1 week after I got back from Waco, we signed the lease on this place on a contract for deed to make the purchase on it. So, I mean, it was a wild ride.
Wow.
Man.
So from the deal basically going cold to being at Waco and then getting a call on the day that Waco ended from the landowner, from the realtor, whoever, to say like, "Hey, basically the situation you wanted, because you didn't need the clubhouse, right? You said it was off the property, and it was just probably adding an expense that you didn't need as well. And then just to get the call to say, basically the situation that you wanted is here, available now, as you're driving home, not knowing what the foreseeable future looks like.
I mean, it's unbelievable. And, you know, all of a sudden I'm like, well, I got, you know, at least March, April, you know, with nothing else going on. So, you know, we have such a long winter up here. We can't be putting courses in the ground until, you know, the ground thaws. So we were like, well, you know, this is just a perfect opportunity to put some energy into this. We had just tons of amazing volunteers and friends come out and bust their butts with me. I mean, I was literally up here for, you know, 8 weeks straight, just getting these courses in the ground, and somehow we pulled it off. And April 18th was the date that the governor of Minnesota allowed golf courses to reopen. So we were literally ready April 17th to go live with the courses, and somehow we pulled it off. And now we've been open for about 2 months, and the place, it's just a dreamland, you guys. I can't wait for you guys to see it. We got two absolutely world-class courses. The wildlife and the nature out here is just so beautiful. It's a special place. We got about 8 ponds on the property, the Mississippi River. We have about 47 acres right on the Mississippi. It's a dream world, honestly.
I've maybe never been more jealous. I mean, this is the actual dream right here.
Yeah, no doubt. That is
so cool.
It is. Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
No, please.
Well, no, so right when we got the place, I was kind of in Jeff Spring's ear telling him, you know, like, I promise you someday soon we're going to have a big event up here. It's perfect for, you know, for filming, for spectating. It's a great venue. So I got it in his ear right away. I never had, in my wildest dreams, thought that we'd be bringing a tournament here this fast, but, you know, with everything happening on the West Coast this year, and with the special circumstances, it kind of fell in line for us to have an event. And, you know, we're gonna just appreciate this challenge and this responsibility they've given us, and just I think we're gonna blow people's minds with this place.
My question, is there any you're living there, right? Like, you're like on the property pretty much?
Yeah,
well, right?
As of today, literally we moved into a house that we're gonna live in for the rest of the summer, and then October, November at least, maybe a little bit longer. But it's about almost an hour from my house, so I was doing that drive every day for a couple months, and it was just kind of wearing out. And, you know, every once in a while I'd have to drive up just for a 10-minute task, and it was kind of, you know, we thought we'd be much do much better if we were on site. So we found a beautiful house right in the community that the course is on, and we're able to get a lease for the summer.
Sweet.
Do you have any is there any like future plans of potentially having like a storefront for Airborne again, or is there a storefront for Airborne right now, or is it all online?
Yeah, so what we did, we do have our website, but we got like a shipping container fabricated, and we got it dropped in right on the first tee. So we have a pro shop now. It's pretty small. It's a little 8x20 pro shop, but, you know, we have a lot of gear in there, a lot of discs, a lot of hats, and we're actually in negotiations with the clubhouse that we decided not to make a run for, and we're going to be opening up a little bar, a kitchen. We got a swimming pool there, so it's going to be kind of like a country club theme.
I'm with Nate. This is like actual literal dreams come true, man. This is incredible. I can't wait to be up there, man. I am like very, very excited about coming up there.
Are you guys both coming?
I don't know yet. I want to, but I don't know. It's just all about work. He's going. I want to try to make it happen. I'm going to see what I can do.
Well, I know it's got to be, you know, it's a tough deal for everybody because everyone wants to be in Portland so bad. I mean, I want to be in Portland too. Yeah, what a year, huh?
Yeah, but I'm sure this is gonna be a very worthy replacement. I mean, that video, and obviously knowing you, I know you're not gonna do it halfway, you know. So the courses, I'm sure, are gonna be fantastic. I'm really excited to get up there. If not next month, then as soon as possible.
You guys are welcome anytime at the house.
Sweet.
That's awesome. I I'm also looking forward to seeing this place in person. From everything I've seen, you put out that call to say, "Hey, I need sponsors for the course," and we were taking sponsors for holes and stuff. And like as soon as I saw it, I was like, I know people are gonna jump at this opportunity. So I hit you up immediately. I was like, "Hey, if there's any opportunities left, like we're down. We want to sponsor a hole." So I was really happy to be able to get in on that, because I just can't imagine being there and seeing all the people that came together to do that, and we would definitely be very proud to have our name on one of those. I can't wait to see it. You've sent me pictures, but I know you gave us a pretty good spot.
Well, we gave you one of the best holes, and I know how much you guys love to fish. So the particular basket that you have is right on this pond with big old bass in it. So
can't wait.
Awesome.
We'll be filming an episode of Bass and Birdies there. I have a feeling out there with everybody. Oh,
how much technicality is involved with the course? Is it mostly all open, or is there some woods involved? I mean, I know you're a wood guy, so
yeah. You know, when you think of a golf course, you think of big open shots. With this place, though, there's tons of trees, lots of forest cover. So we were able to cut out some fairways going through the trees. There are some big shots where there needs to be, but there's also a lot of technical shots and placement. There's a lot of water hazards, so there's a lot of risk-reward decision-making you got to make on a lot of the holes. For example, the 18th hole, which is, I think, one of the best closing holes, you can bite off as much as you want over the water off the tee shot. You can dump it 250 left, or you can go about 500. And if you go for the big shot, then you have the option to take the second shot over the water again to go for eagle, or lay up for birdie and throw across. So there's a lot of decision making, even though there are some open holes.
Oh, sounds great, man.
Sweet.
All right. Well, we do have some questions from social media. We're going to get those going in here. We appreciate everyone that gets involved on our posts. Every Monday morning we put out a post for questions for the guests. And yeah, a lot of them have to do with the course design. So hopefully you'll be able to answer these for these folks. Let me start out with, all right, let's see this one. Jimmy Sebesta on YouTube. Hi, I'm a left-handed disc golfer. There's not many of us out there, but I got to ask, do you take us lefties into account when designing a course?
Absolutely. I mean, in my opinion, like one of the biggest design principles is having the balance on the course. So one of the things I do is I kind of look in 3-shot or 3-hole phases in the course. So, you know, within every 3-hole phase, I try to have, you know, some balance just right there. So left to right, right to left, straight. Yeah, I definitely took that into account on this course and most of the ones that we have the opportunity to do. But yeah, we try to keep it very fair for both lefties and righties, and that's something I think about, yeah, on every hole.
Awesome. All right, let's see what the next question for you. That Como guy on Instagram, what drew you to course design, and how do you continue to grow and improve that skill?
I mean, what drew me to it is just my love for the game first. I mean, you know, I've been able to travel and play pretty much all over the world and see many different styles of courses. And, you know, it was kind of a natural progression for me. You know, I live in a state of Minnesota where it seems like every single city or suburb wants to put in a disc golf course. So there's a lot of opportunity to do it. And it just, for me, it's a great. I love getting creative with a piece of land, a raw sketch that you get to kind of dream something up, and yeah, I think for me it's the most impactful way that I can personally grow the game, because, you know, we go to communities where there's no disc golf course, and you put one in, and you come back the next year and you see families playing. It's you know, it's a very rewarding, great feeling to grow it that way.
Awesome. Let's get a question from the chat. Go ahead and put it up, Mike. Does the property being on a golf course limit the course design in any way compared to something in a heavily wooded area?
You know, it really doesn't. If anything, I feel like there's more opportunity. You know, if you're in a forest, which we have lots of in Minnesota, you know, it's a lot of work to cut out some fairways. But with this particular golf course that we had, there's a lot of tree cover. So, you know, it definitely was difficult because we have 110 acres. So, you know, that's a lot of pressure to try to utilize it the best that we can, because obviously we can't use that whole space. You know, it would take us 2 weeks to mow the whole thing. So it was challenging deciding, you know, okay, what is the best way to play each course? How can we get to the most beautiful parts of the property and make it flow well? So it was challenging, but yeah, I mean, it's the canvas was so blank and vast and beautiful that, you know, it would have been hard to mess this one up.
How much do you feel like after you got it set, how much of your brain is still going, oh, but we could add, and we could? I feel like I would always just be thinking, what am I going to do next?
Well, it's funny because I was talking to Ray Jordan, the owner of Blue Ribbon Pines, about that, and I'm like, Ray, how do you enjoy going out and playing around on your course? Because all I'm doing is thinking about ways to improve it. You know, it's hard for me to just completely relax out there because there's so much to do, so many possibilities, and we will do a third course, but you know, with the Pro Tour coming now, I gotta dream up kind of a absolutely championship 18 to challenge the world's best, and I've been able to start thinking about that the last couple of weeks, and I'm gonna start cutting some holes out tomorrow, and I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Awesome.
That's awesome,
dude.
Yeah, we're very excited.
Like literally like it's like a month away. God, like I want it to be like. I'm like really excited about it.
Yeah,
I'm glad you are.
It's just such a unique thing. I think the story and the way that develops. So I know everyone's so excited. They're just can't wait to be there in person, or of course, hopefully we get to be there and showcase it to the world along with some of these other media crews, because I know that that's a huge opportunity. There's a great story to tell. Like you already have kind of whet our appetite with the details of all this, but I think that this deserves even like its own little highlighted story for people to really see like what went into it. I know us personally here on the team, like we dream of being able to one day, you know, the same thing like you said, have property, being able to shape it into a course with the experience that you have, or even having some other well-known course designers or pros, and just kind of everyone have some, you know, get some input. And I know that we definitely look up to you and your story, because like we can't wait till it's our turn to have something like that. I mean, it's probably no brainer that every disc golfer dreams of being able to have that opportunity. So when we see people like that and like making it happen, and that opportunity like becoming reality, it's so inspiring.
Yeah, man, give me a Tesla and a disc golf course and I'm done. I'm good.
There you go.
Well, thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. And I know, Nate, you and I have talked about it. And I know you were talking about eventually.
Yeah, I'll get there.
And so, I mean, yeah, thank you very much. It has been a long time coming, and I couldn't be happier.
It's awesome.
Yeah, well, we appreciate your time. I know you've got, you know, I think you said something about kind of meeting up with the city council or something to kind of in regards to the event. You know, you're still working. You were out there working all day, I'm sure. Came in real quick for the interview, and now you got to move on and keep working, because it never stops. Like you just got done with the Majestic, and there's probably still things that you're having to wrap up there. And here you are, like hitting it hard, getting ready for a big time Pro Tour event on a brand new course.
There's a lot to do, but yeah, it's you know, getting this place ready is something I love to do. And yeah, we got a city council meeting tonight because I'm trying to get a special event camping permit, so all the touring players can come out and park their rigs out right on the river, and we're setting up camp spots. So I can't. It'll be a nice little small village of disc golfers we'll have out there.
Man, I can't wait. It seems like you thought of everything. Hopefully you got that big team around you to help type those loose ends. I know that being in charge of something like that, it's hard, you know, to like try to remember everything. So I can imagine like how that can be kind of stressful, but it seems like you're really enjoying the process. And we certainly can't wait to be out there on the ground with you very soon.
Thank you so much. I can't wait for you guys to get here. Seriously.
I know. Cale Leiviska.
Cale.
Well, thank you so much, Cale. How can people stay updated? I know the Pro Tour is going to keep people updated with the Preserve. I mean, I'm sure you got a page for the Preserve, or do you like, you know, your social channels specifically? How can people really stay updated with the process that you're going through right now?
Yeah, so we just actually launched our website a couple days ago, airbornepreserve.com. It's got, you know, a lot of great information on the course, on the Pro Tour event itself, and yeah, that's how you could find us. Yeah, I really, it's been too long since I've seen all you guys, so I can't wait to see you in person.
We got a little tradition here on the show. It's not as easy as it looks.
It sure isn't.
Pretty good. I think you were quicker than most.
This is my first day on Skype, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Just a little behind the scenes info. Cale downloaded Skype like 5 minutes before he came on the show. He was so busy doing everything. He's like, all right, I got to download it. I got to set up an account. He made it just in time. So of course he came through. Yeah, Cale, we really appreciate it. Thank you to all of you. We've got about 1,000 people on here right now with us live. Thank you for everyone that brought on questions, that on the chat, all that good stuff. Like you said, follow Cale over there, Airborne Disc Golf, and he's got a busy month ahead of him, but we cannot wait to get out there and see what he's got.
See you guys soon, all right?
All right, Cale.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much. Later guys.
See you, buddy.
All right, that was a lot of fun. Of course, with Cale, such an awesome guy. I've been friends with him for a while. I know you guys have been friends with him even longer. So it's just so cool. It's so awesome to see that whole story develop. To not even from going from 0 to 100 so quickly, to be like, oh, well, I didn't think I was gonna get that property, and all of a sudden, here you go. Like, and then that's just the beginning.
Cool.
I mean, that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, getting all the paperwork, and I'm sure it's a headache, but then to be like, all right, now I have to get baskets and design the course and maintenance, and of course I'm sure he just has an awesome community there in Minnesota. I know that they have such a strong disc golf community out in that part of the country that was probably so eager to come along and help and get it done.
Yeah, I remember meeting Cale in the line to get our checks at the 2005 USDGC, which was, I think, both of our first USDGCs, and I remember kind of being like, oh, hey, man, yeah, my name's Nate. And he's like, oh, well, yeah, I'm Cale. It's my first time. I was like, me too. And we kind of did a little, we cashed, all right. But, like, just kind of our pro career sort of started right around the same time.
And you and Cale have a kind of a battle going on that I'm sure some people are aware of, but why don't you go ahead and elaborate on a pretty cool thing that's going on?
I mean, he's kind of crushing me right now. We have by far the two longest active streaks of cashing in PDGA tournaments, like both over 200 tournaments. I think I have a little bit longer actual time, but he plays a little bit more golf, so he's definitely pulling away in terms of the number of tournaments that he's cashed in a row. But both of us over 10 years. And going strong, hopefully.
Wow, over 10 years.
Yeah, how long has it been since I played Beaver State Fling? My casting streak is every year.
That's how long your cash streak lasts? It's like a revolving...
Every year. I get about 364 days a year.
Trust me, man.
Of cash streaks.
Write a poem about it, man. It'll help.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, that's great advice now. I mean, I've missed cash there 2 straight times.
It's never too late.
Well, now, don't let it happen again. 2021 Beaver State Fling. That's going to change.
Let those feelings out, dude. Let those feelings out. Let the people know.
You got about a whole year to get that process going and make something. Even if it's just like, what if it's just like a beatbox track that you make that doesn't necessarily have words, but it's just a way that you express your...
Conveys some emotion. Yeah, that's perfect.
Kick. That's what I'm doing. All in the woods. I'll either write the poem or I'll outsource it to Nate to come up with something fancy, and then then we can get the photos of me just standing there.
Sad.
Why is Oregon? I love Oregon.
No worries.
Careful there.
I absolutely, like, one of my favorite places in the world. If there's any place I moved outside of Charlotte, Portland would be right up there, except it's too cold, but I love the culture. Austin, Texas, and I mean, like, not many other places, honestly. Like, those places really fit in with what I'm about. But
maybe that neighborhood Cale moved into today, that looks pretty nice.
Yeah, that just jumped right up to the top 5.
Let's see some fails.
All right.
Oh,
yeah. So like I said, we threw a little curveball. We got Cale in here. Thankfully, we had to get him out kind of quick. He's very busy. All we have to do is talk to people and watch people be not very good at disc golf. So speaking of, let's get into the fails of the week.
That is rude.
I recognize this place.
Sunset Park, Las Vegas.
Right across the street from Heidi's Sandwich Shop. That used to be old 17 in the tournament. It's changed so many times. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
In the cave.
I've done that from the tee.
How far back there does it go?
Quite a ways. Like you can cross the he may have to. Oh, I think I'm seeing that's a 4-finger sidearm grip.
Oh no.
That's why you don't throw a 4-finger sidearm grip, people. Oh God.
This grip is like, let me think of a way to make sure that my wrist can't help me.
Ooh, I like that. Let's get a little Drake music in the background. A little shuffle.
Oh yeah, it kind of gets better right at the end, but still, obviously, the spin not there.
And
That's in somebody's yard. I think he got over the cars at least. Well, maybe not. That was a pretty ugly bounce. Could have got a car.
And he scratches his head. You know, when I do clinics, I say there's no wrong grip, but that's the wrong grip. Don't do
Yes,
that.
yes, that one I haven't tried. Okay, water on the right. I'm a little nervous.
Well, he's pointing where she should go. So
Okay, we got a coach. Oh, and look at. She's like, why did you make me do that? Look at her face. She sees the disc and then she goes straight to the coach and she's like, that's on you.
You lined me up this way. Why did it go over here? Oh, look at this. Nether Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah. This is the driving range at Wild Horse, probably from this year's LVC.
And who do we got here? You
These are
recognize
Norwegians. These are definitely Norwegians.
Oh!
Whoa.
How is that goose alive?
It must not have hit.
That looked like it certainly hit.
It doesn't look hurt.
Oh my God. his jump reaction is perfect. Oh my goodness.
Yikes. Nice dodge. Lucky that goose had its head down.
No kidding, man. Feasting time. I've actually unfortunately seen that exact occasion go. Wait.
This looks like someone that I work with regularly.
Who submitted this?
Yeah, that is you. When is this?
This is at VTI, and I think I'm challenging someone to a lefty thumber contest, and I don't know why I would ever do this. I've actually done this a couple times, but who submitted this?
Keep an eye on this right arm. It's like just.
Hey, I'm actually pretty impressed. That thing went straight up in the air. When I've tried this before, I've had it like almost hit my foot. So that's
Where
actually.
are those videos? Maybe that's coming next week.
It actually is. It is on video. Oh my God! It is. If you want to look like you are a non-athlete, try throwing a left-handed thumber. It is. You are not going to succeed.
Oh, this is so awesome. This friend of the show, Paul Ulibarri, threw one field goal, flexing it back through the next field goal and into a basketball hoop. I couldn't believe this when I saw it. Like Simon's the trick shot king, but I don't even think Simon's trying this. Like, why are you even trying this? Is my first thing, and then the second thing is, how did you make it? Like, that is so far.
That is one of the best trick shots I've ever seen. I can't believe this. How did I not see this? Where did he post that?
Everywhere.
Yeah, go check out Paul Ulibarri's YouTube channel. Apparently, you're not subscribed.
And in a SHOWMEZ first, Paul made it in a basket on the show.
It might have been a basketball basket,
Yes.
but
I mean, either way, he made a basket on this show, and I have not seen that before.
it had to happen eventually. Thank you to everyone that has been submitting the clips week after week. Thank you to Jerry for going through all of those. We love going through them. If you have clips to send us, be sure to visit JomezPro.com/SHOWMEZ, and we would be glad to take a look and show them to the world. All right, look at this. The Mad Munchers.
They're both still in it?
They're still in it. After last week, they both picked the same matchups.
Whoa.
And they're both still in it. It's incredible. I can't believe it. Ezra Dan and Andrew Souza, congratulations to them. But it's down to the final 4.
Is there a special prize if you get them perfect, or if you win, is it the same?
Oh yeah, I'll
Yeah.
kick in for that. There's a special prize coming straight for me.
Yeah, if you get a perfect.
Oh.
All right, let's get into Munch Madness 2020, the final 4. Here we go.
As always.
Jerky
It's on.
versus
We did
sunflower
not, Jack
seeds.
Links.
The madness stops tonight. I need both of you guys to focus right now. I need you to focus up and think about what you're doing, because
Oh my gosh.
finally we have a real contender. Sunflower
Right.
seeds, I have no idea how they got here. I'm going to have some jerky. It's way better. I know it will be.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't have anything to spit the seeds into this evening, and I'm certainly not going to swallow the fingernails whole. So I am going to just eat jerky because I'm hungry, and it's amazing.
I'm going to pull a page out of your book, Germ, because I've been kind of seeing how you're playing this food thing. We got a pretty specific bracket, but then all of a sudden you'll just be like, I'm doing peanut butter Snickers, or I didn't do a PB&J, I put jalapenos in it, and I'm going to taste that. And then you just vote with your heart. So,
yeah.
I've tried the seeds. I didn't really like them. I've got 2 of them right here. I'm going to throw those on top of this. And I'm going to have a bite of this and see if that elevates the seeds maybe to that next level. So here's a couple seeds, and I'm just doing it germ style. I'm going to do my own little topping on the side. So yeah, this is 2 sunflower seeds and a big old scoop of ice cream. I'm going to try that.
Well, suddenly seeds just became the
Wow.
favorite for this week, I've got to say.
Wow.
I'm telling you, this whole time you've been sleeping on the versatility of a sunflower seed.
The aftertaste
They go
was
with
bad. It started out really good. The aftertaste was bad. Obviously jerky, dude. This is ridiculous. Don't even let Jonathan. Don't let Jonathan. You don't know what he's going to do.
I really want to leave it up to Jonathan, but that would just be unfair to my real heart.
Can't.
The madness ends.
Yes.
This girl food stays home next week.
All right, there it was.
Turkey's moving on to the finals. I think we all knew that was
Nate
coming
did his
up.
best to try to be on Team Sunflower Seeds, but
It was better, but then it got really bad once I actually tasted the sunflower seeds. That was the problem. That's what I didn't think of. That's what I didn't realize was going to happen.
Are you going to fault Ben and Jerry's for this, or is this a sunflower seed thing?
It's a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
jerky it is. Moving on to the
Jerky.
championship.
All right, got a new one of these.
Whoa,
The
what
Sweet
is that?
and Salty series. It's the Sweet and Salty collection.
I got this
Chocolate
one.
peanut butter with sea salt. Yeah, but just as sure as you're going to get up and down from 320 feet with a Saxon Firebird, you're going to get the nut-filled Cliff Bar, and you're going to vote for it. That's like, you're a very simple man, and I appreciate that. You're predictable.
Yeah,
Nate
but there's
Satan is the nickname for a reason.
There's ghost pepper that I put in here myself. So, I mean, we'll see if I like it.
Man,
I mean,
never had this. That's good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. Cliff Bar, obviously a heavy favorite coming into the whole thing. A standby that I've used tons of times in competition. Easy to get, easy to eat, perfect size, and these nut butter filled ones are really onto something.
Pros for the Cliff Bar: you never have to get your fingers greasy. You can squeeze it up in the package, and when you're done with it, if you don't want to eat the whole thing, you can let it fall right back down and fold it over. I like that about that. Even with Planters nuts and chocolate trail mix, you're gonna get a little salt on your fingers from the peanuts. You know, maybe if one of the M&Ms busted open, you're gonna get a little chocolate on your fingers, and then you gotta wipe it off. That could potentially be bad. But the thing that trail mix has going for it is its versatility. This is just one of thousands of different kinds of trail mix you can have.
Thousands. Okay.
Thousands. You can have trail mix and then throw a gummy bear in it, and it's a new kind of trail mix, Nate. Don't tell me I'm wrong.
Well,
there are like 20 kinds of Cliff Bar, and they all are they're dry, and sometimes you don't want that. And trail mix is dry too, but it's not versatile for that reason.
This is how this is how a bracket works. But this is the hardest choice I've had yet, for sure, because these are both great. But I'm gonna go Cliff Bar. Cliff Bar for me.
Wow.
What?
No surprise there. Holy crap.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
I'm gonna go in for another bite. What did you vote?
Versatility, I'm going with trail mix. Sometimes I want something spicy on the course. There's spicy trail mix. Sometimes I want something sweet. There's sweet trail mix. This says sweet and salty, but honestly, it's just not enough. Like, it doesn't always fill the hunger that I have. If I could find a trail mix that would fill the hunger that I have, regardless of scenario, and I think that it will be a very good candidate in the finals against Jerky. I think those are the two heavy hitters. I think it's right that they made it all the way. I could have seen sunflower seeds in the final also, but maybe next year.
Has Jonathan even spoken yet? We don't know what's in the finals, do we?
I know it's not in the finals yet, but I'm saying it will be because Jonathan's a reasonable human being and he's going to pick trail mix.
I'm just glad that we didn't have to go to him on sunflower seeds, because honestly, that was going to have a huge bearing on if I even stay as a member of this show.
Oh, that was good. You had to work for that one. You had to work for that one. I like it.
Okay. This is pretty tough. I definitely enjoy the many varieties of both trail mix and Cliff Bars. I've never seen a Cliff Bar with gummy bears in it or trail mix. But that is pretty funny. You are right, though. You are right. The fact that trail mix could just basically be anything. Anything you want.
I mean, if a peanut butter and jelly can have a scorpion pepper in it, there's really no rules. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
If you can eat Ben and Jerry's with sunflower seeds.
Throw salmon in your trail mix. Salmon trail mix.
There you go.
Never been done before.
Okay.
What are you gonna do, man?
After careful consideration, Oh, the comments are coming through. I can't let the comments. I can't let them sway my opinion. All right. I love Cliff Bars, but I gotta go trail mix. Trail mix on to the championship.
I'm not mad about it. That was a close match.
You let me down on apples versus Snickers, but you've been with me side by side the whole way, and I appreciate that. I can lean on you when I need it.
All right.
That doesn't even bother me. That's such a close matchup. I can sleep at night knowing either one of those made the final. So it's trail mix versus jerky for the championship, right?
There it is. Let's go.
Let's Cliff Bar trail mix.
Delicious
for
trail
next
mix. There you have it. The championship matchup next week. It's going down. Trail mix versus jerky. That's going to be tough. we're gonna have to see how the brackets update between Ezra and Andrew. But man, if one or both of them is still in and they get that, like I don't even know what I would pick, just like off the top of my head, because there's so many things to consider. But we will see next week.
I came across Ezra commented on our last video and he said, "I'm still perfect." And then I was like, "Dude, congratulations, way to go." And then he said something about sunflower seeds all the way. So I'm a little bit nervous that he may have actually gone with that.
I mean, anyone depraved enough to put sunflowers to the Final Four is probably going to stick with them all the way to the finals, So I think we're down to 0. I think that took them out.
We'll see.
We'll have to see.
I said, next week, be sure you're tuned in next week for the championship of Munch Madness 2020. All right, it is time for some trivia. I don't have a video clip this time, but we are still looking for the first correct answer that we can see come through. And it might be kind of easy, but we're going to go ahead and go with... So our friend and well-known disc golfer, Paul McBeth, has shot 2 18-under rounds. And I just want to know, what were the names of the 2 courses that he shot those 18-under rounds? You got to get them both.
Not tournament name.
Course names. What's the name of the course? Both of them.
This shouldn't take long.
I don't know. We'll see. Oh, yeah, by the way, Thomas isn't eligible. And Brock Magnuson. Sorry, Brock.
There's no way Thomas knows this. This is way too obscure for Thomas.
Oh, there it is. This one.
I found my new clip. My new favorite.
Put it up on the screen.
These ones are here.
I'm going to try that.
Weiss, Toboggan,
there you go.
And Beast. Like you said, a lot of people came through at the same time. Congratulations to Logan.
That's not fair. One of them rhymes with his name. It's Logan Toboggan. And Weiss
totally.
and the Beast.
I'm sure he's gotten that a lot.
His whole name rhymes.
It's almost a perfect rhyme.
Almost, except that it's not. Congratulations. Congratulations to Logan. Be sure to visit JomezPro.com/Showmez to see how you can claim your prize. And I might have failed to mention, but if you had your question answered, whether from social media or a question that was pulled in from the live chat, be sure to also visit JomezPro.com/Showmez, and you'll receive a $20 gift certificate to the JomezPro.com shop, where we've got all kinds of good apparel, our tour series, nukes, the big sexy 2020 designs, whale sacks, all kinds of good stuff. 1,100 people. This is great. On our 11th episode, I cannot believe it's been 11 episodes, and we're getting ready to start the season back up. That's the exciting thing.
Awesome.
It's coming.
That's the whole reason we did this, is we wanted to do something to occupy our time, and look, it's occupied our time. It's gotten us through this 3-month void of no tournaments, and now we're almost there. We're almost back into the swing of things. It's pretty cool.
Yep. All right, it is time once again for our Grip 6 giveaway. Be sure to visit grip6.com/JomezPro to be entered to win a Grip 6 prize pack. Thanks to our friends over at Grip 6 Belt Company. Stuck with us through this entire 11 weeks. Obviously, a couple years back throughout this season, and they'll be right back there with us as we get the season kicked back off. Congratulations to last week's winner, Terrence Smart from Fall River, Massachusetts, for winning last week's giveaway. So be sure to get entered over there, grip6.com/JomezPro. Get entered for that prize pack. Well, as we near the end of our 11th episode, again, we appreciate everyone that has gotten us through this far. 11 weeks. Obviously, we have more show to go, but it's been incredible. It's been an amazing journey to see how SHOWMEZ has developed into what it has. We've had some great guests, Obviously, thank you to Cale Leiviska for coming on tonight. I know he's got a lot going on, but for him to have been given 30 minutes of his time to update us on that, get us hyped for the Preserve as one of the new events that are coming back. That's in about a month, I think we said. And, of course, we have the DD Open in Emporia, kind of like a GBO, kind of a chance at a GBO-type feeling event. There in Emporia coming up the weekend before that. So it's crazy, like the days now. You can just count down the days to when like these official like Pro Tour events can come back, and it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. But we do know that the disc golf community is very strong, is very supportive of all of us and what we're doing, of all these events, and we cannot wait to get back to work. Speaking of support, thank you so much to our patrons over at patreon.com/JomezPro. We could not do it without the support that we get from all of you over there. It's incredible. The SHOWMEZ Squad, the Follow Flight fam, and of course the Founders Club. Week after week, they come in and they get the rewards with the exclusive videos and the discount codes, and just we really appreciate that community, and obviously people that support us over at the JomezPro.com shop. That all helps us liking the video, subscribing, commenting, sharing with your friends. We couldn't do it without all the support that we get. Thank you to the crew. Obviously, thank you to Nate and Germ for the the time that they take out of their week every week to be on SHOWMEZ. Thank you to Brian, to Michael next to me, to Jerry, to Kevin, to Christina, to Chris, and to Juan. We've got such a huge team, and we feel the love every week with the support that we get. We could not still be doing what we're doing without the support that we get. So thank you once again for everyone that watched the show. Guys, you have anything to add?
A special episode next week, right?
It's a special episode next week.
I mean, we got the finals Munch Madness, and aren't we calling it SHOWMEZ Season 1 finale next week?
That's true. Nate dropping the hot knowledge. Next week, episode 12 will be officially the end of Season 1 of SHOWMEZ. We're going to hit it hard. We got to get back on the road, and we know that SHOWMEZ has been great through this time, but once it's time to get back on the road, we're going to put all of our focus back into the coverage so that we can make sure that nothing is left, we just felt like we didn't really see we didn't want something to suffer, basically. We didn't want SHOWMEZ and everything that it takes to get that done, and also the coverage. So we hope that you have enjoyed the Season 1. We obviously have one more episode. I'm going to go ahead and drop it. The special guest next week is going to be Brody Smith. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Obviously, he's another one that's been coming up and been really busy. So we're excited to get – and Germ has been blown away.
And we're going back to the prime time.
It's going to get freaky up in here. It's just
yes.
Yeah. And we're going back to prime time.
Prime time. We're going back to 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. So we look forward to getting back to that time slot for one more episode before we say farewell for Season 1. And of course, it'll just be 1 or 2 short weeks before we get back out there and start doing our thing. So we're really excited for that. So there's a few announcements for you, so you're informed. Be sure to let all your friends know that next week is going to be the season finale at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. Am I missing anything else? Is that enough announcements for?
I think we're ready. I think we're ready to tie a bow on it.
The afternoon announcements, man. I haven't heard announcements since I was a senior in high school, and this is awesome. Some nostalgic feel about that.
Yeah. I feel like don't you supposed to play a little jingle when you go on and come back off so people know to pay attention?
Yeah, great show though, and as always, go over to Germ's Instagram Live for the after show.
What does that mean?
Well, there you go.
I'm heading into the shop. I'm gonna start sanding down this bench, and I'm gonna put some lacquer on it tonight.
Let's go.
Nice. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you next week at our primetime slot for the season finale of SHOWMEZ Season 1. We'll see y'all later.